are tuned into the Notorious Squirrel. The Notorious Squirrel.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Notorious Squirrel, your squirrel in the middle, and we're back again to discuss the Diabolic Parasite. Hopefully you've seen my first video on this where I did a bit of a kind of unboxing and description of it. And for those who didn't, it is a keystroke reflection device which plugs into the USB drive, and you can plug a keyboard in or a HID device, and you can reflect those keys that said keyboard typed and see them on the Diabolic Parasite UI user interface via the AP that you connect to. Generates its own AP, so you can connect to that via your phone, tablet, computer, whatever, and see all those commands. You can also do payload injection with it as well, and that's one of the things I'm going to run through today, or one of the features of the payload injection. I'm going to run through the random cadence, and what that means is that with this device and with a command, random cadence, and a number afterwards, we can dictate the speed of what the letters and the characters are done in. So the payload, rather than it just being kicked out at one continuous speed, and we can only control it with delays and those timescales, we can actually dictate how many milliseconds elapse in between each character with the cadence. And what you do is you write in capital letters random cadence, then you put a numerical value from 100 to however long you want to wait for each character to be pressed. So I've done with the laptop that I'm using, because it's only a small laptop, it's only got small processing power, it's not the best, so I'm ranging from about a 200, so 0.2 of a second in between each character, and in the demonstration I'll go up to sort of 1.5 seconds in between each character. But when you watch 1 second, it's like watching your grand type one finger, ding ding ding. It's painful, but for the need of the demonstration, I'll show you. I've done a little preloaded payload already, which I'll show you. So before we do our setup, I'll jump into that payload and show you what we've written. So now I've just got you zoomed in on the tablet screen that I've got the Diabolic Parasite interface on. As you can see, we're at the top here, so we have the first command, and I've set the cadence. You can see they're putting the command random cadence 200. So in between, when I have a string, so when we get down to this after GUI, which brings up the run window, there's a delay of half a second. Then we want to bring up Notepad for me to do this demonstration and to show you just the cadence and the keystrokes. There's an enter, there's a delay of a second, there's GUI up. If anyone can tell me what GUI up means in the comments, I'll leave that till the end. But yeah, try and let me know what that means if you know. We GUI up, and then we delay for half a second again, and then once Notepad is open, we enter the string, which is just basically a command to let the payload and the computer know that I want to type something now, and that is the cadence demo. We do an enter, which will drop us down. We delay a second, we enter again, which will drop us down, and then we go into the string and the first line, and I've got this line will type fast, then we have some more enters. You can see there I've changed the cadence again, so obviously you can drop in random cadence as many times as you want and see fit for if there's any real world application that you want to use this for. Obviously the main feature for this is to get around things like threat locker and other online, not online, but other machine securities, which will find and isolate fast typing and know that it's a HID device that is typing that. So if you've got something like the robotic or some other things which can do 60,000 characters a minute or something, some of these threat locker type computer softwares, security softwares will pick up on that, and they will alert and log that and alert IT and things like that, and lock you out. Where we've been able to change the cadence, obviously to change it but also slow it down, that will stop that, and it'll be totally under the radar and then not seen and not noticed. Obviously from a covert point of view and out in the real world, you don't want to have it too slow, because you also want your payload to be delivered as quick as possible to reduce any risk as well. So there's that balance that you need to strike, where you want it to go slow enough to not be detected and fast enough to get it done before somebody actually comes back and starts looking. But there's different commands as well. You can drop your window down and out of sight, so actually if anyone even comes back to the computer, they can't see what's going on. So we've got random cadence and we've got string 2. So we've got string and then 2 dash. This line will type very slowly, so because we're slowing that down to 1 character per second. Then I drop it back down to 180, which is basically 0.18 of a second in between characters, fast again, a delay of a second, then to 0.6 of a second, and then I drop it down at the end to 1.2 or 1 second, 0.2 for the last string there. So let's get this reset up and we can run through this payload. And the thing is, obviously I can adapt to this just on the fly, not a problem, add text to it and do that as and when I need it. But like with a lot of things, you want to, if you are going to get this out into the wild, you want to do your recon, you want to make sure you've tested it ideally on the machine you're going to be deploying it on, or you're slowing it down enough so they're limiting anything going wrong and making sure that your payload is successful every time. So let me just readjust this, get this set up, and I can show this demonstration. So now we're back set up, I will run this command, or run this payload to do these commands. As you can see on the UI here underneath your editor, you've just got this stop, reconnect, save and run. So we will press this and we will watch this do. So press that. As you can see now, we've got the cadence demo header. Shows this line will run fast. Then we have a stop, then we come into this line, we'll type, come on, do it very slow. As you can see, I'm changing the cadence, and each line shows you how well you can control these payloads and how well you can manipulate every single element of it. So you are absolutely 100% in control of every character that is typed onto this screen. You can see there, we're changing again. This is where we're getting to the point where it's just slowing it down just for demo purposes, but you would never want to slow it down this much, but it just proves the point that you can slow it down and manipulate it to do whatever you want, which is absolutely fantastic, to make sure that it is 100% undetectable but 100% successful every time. So thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, please hit me up in the comments, but I'm going to keep on sort of demonstrating the device features. I'm just sort of ticking through the list and going through them, each and every one of them. I'll just jump into those features now to show you what's to come. So with this, once you click into the little hamburger, if you go down to help, this is what shows you all of your commands that you can use within those payloads to really bump up and make your payloads really cool and really successful. So we've got exfil that's coming up, so activates keystroke reflection exfiltration listener, which monitors LED status changes and translates them into human readable text. Language ignore, which basically guarantees your payload delivery even if you're potentially working on a keyboard that's set in a different language. Jiggler toggles the mouse jiggle on and off. Default period of 45 seconds, so that's always a fun one. Random cadence, which we've just demonstrated. USB ID, so you can manipulate and change what device. So there's a website, I can't remember what it is, but for this one I'll just research that and make sure. But you can basically change the device HID of what's plugged in. Obviously I can show you this keyboard as well at a later date and what that is, because that's a Dell, but we can manipulate and change what the computer thinks that is to maybe, and that would be important if you've got a organization or you've got an attack surface where there is only one type of device and one type of mouse and keyboard that business buys. So potentially on their IT system they will lock out any other device or make or model that comes along, so that's really important. And keyboard ready, Wait for the Diabolic Parasite to become responsive by toggling numlock repeatedly and monitoring for an LED state change. And again, we'll go into all these each one by one, and then just commands. And if anybody wants me to run through the basic language and commands and how you build this, let me know in the comments, and we can run through some scripting language and syntax in that as well. But hope you enjoyed this short video, or short demonstration. Long video of me talking rubbish. Obviously, please like and subscribe, helps me out a lot. Thanks for all your support, and again, just this device is so cool, so professional, so well built. I absolutely love it, and I hope you do too. Peace.